Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
97.9 GRD rocks. It's the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. Mostly cloudy, some scattered flurries. 32 the high. It is sunny. It is 31 downtown GR.
Get out there. Get out there now and suck it up.
Yes.
Get that vitamin D while you can.
Take off your clothes.
If you want to, if you want to get the most out of it.
Sustain yourself through February.
Every little patch of skin has to get a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the only way to make you happy.
Especially the underside.
Until summer comes in mid-July.
Yep. Get nude, do a handstand. Show the boys.
Please do.
Soul. There's actually a flash mob going to do that at 11 a.m. at Rosa Parks Circle. Get nude, do a handstand.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to go first. They're waiting for your cue.
Yeah.
Rob wants to see your balls.
Rob Bliss is involved in this. I was hoping they would do it in front of Leo's so I could just stand here in the window.
Yeah.
And smile.
Yeah. Well, I'm distracted because I deleted the one song we have by accident because I wasn't doing a great job.
Oh, I'm not saying that was an inappropriate transition. I thought it was hilarious.
So I need something to place there so that when we're done, we go into a song. So
I'll just
scrolling at the beginning. How about something?
Oh, anything from Carly Simon would be great.
Yeah.
Something from Third Base.
Can't you just grab the song you deleted?
No.
Any of the bases, Rob Bass, Ace of Bass, all those would be great.
Yeah, Bass Nectar. That's a bass.
There it is. Mighty bass tones.
Yeah. Oh, they had that great one about wood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good.
I got it, guys.
You did? That's it? You found it?
Yeah.
That was it?
It was really quite easy.
Yeah, it was.
Did you
Well, that's a new feature in the system. Yeah.
Easiness.
I haven't been able to do that ever
Good
before.
thing I had to stop forward momentum of the show.
Just check
to have basically 2 + 2 explained to me.
That's okay. We've gotten emails. People like when we peel back the curtain by stopping everything.
And I like what's happening
when you make a mistake.
Oh, you must like things a lot.
I do.
So this has been a big story locally. But not in a way, not as big as you'd expect, I guess.
No.
Wood TV about 3 officers that handled the crash and are now fired because of it.
Officers need to go. Grand Rapids Police Chief has decided the officers suspended for their handling of a prosecutor's crash should be fired. And tomorrow, the Kalamazoo County Prosecutor's Office will release their findings for any criminal charges against the officers. 24-hour News 8's Heather Walker is here now with the chief's first interview about this investigation. Heather?
Well, Sue and Brian, the chief and the city manager agree termination is the right move, although we're still not aware of what made them come to that conclusion.
It's extremely tough for the department. As you stated correctly, these are officers who've made contributions to Grand Rapids. I think it really goes to the nature of law enforcement that, unlike most professions, we don't have the ability to make mistakes that go against our core principles.
The very core of
And there were a reading about these 3 officers. Each of them, there were things that they had done that ended up being a big enough deal that we had read about them or heard about things they had done that were helpful to the community or had a very positive impact or were just really, great moments in trying to fight crime and help out the public.
their principles to enforce the law. The full details of what actions resulted in the termination of Lieutenant Matthew Janetsky, Sergeant Thomas Warwick, and Officer Adam Ickes have yet to come out.
You're putting me in a real bad place right now, but you understand what I got to do.
I understand what you got to do.
All right.
We know all three officers were working when then Kent County Assistant Prosecutor Joshua Kuiper was involved in an alcohol-related crash and let go without a breathalyzer test.
2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Officer Ickes wrote the report that said Kuiper did not need the breathalyzer test. Sergeant Warwick gave the prosecutor a ride to a relative's home, and Lieutenant Janetsky was a supervisor on duty. All three men have been with the department for years and have a record of good work, but their actions that night in November appear to have cost them their badge.
The nature of law enforcement is when you make a mistake, there's consequences, and in this instance, they're significant.
That's too bad.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is really. That's the thing, man. It is the accident. It's not so much what they did. I wouldn't have even, if it had come out, honestly, for me, that they thought he may have been a little goofy. Maybe it could be where it's not like he's bombed, but maybe he took cough medicine or something, and everything's fine. He just shouldn't be driving. For them to drive him home or something, but man, when the dude is that bombed and the accident is that horrific.
Yeah, he didn't just get pulled over.
No.
He, weaved a little bit.
No. Fairly significant crash.
The termination process is far from over. Officers have a chance to appeal the decision or file a grievance. We'll continue to follow this. Reporting live in studio, Heather Walker, 24-hour News 8.
I got to imagine the police union would be all over that one.
I don't know. I mean,
what can they do?
They haven't had all the details like they said, but based on those appearances, it would seem that they should have given that guy a field sobriety test or arrested him, and they did not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
looks like a cover-up.
But I would say that the union will probably say, well, it's up to the officer's discretion. It always has been, and they felt in that situation it wasn't warranted.
But didn't he hit a person's car? I mean, why do all the field sobriety tests? I mean, he hit someone's car. Someone was getting.
I don't think there's discretion once there's property damage. That was always my impression.
Yeah.
But there might be in terms of an arrest. Like, I didn't get arrested when I hit somebody.
No.
Obviously,
they had no reason to believe you were drunk,
to believe that I was drinking either, because I wasn't.
Yeah, you should have been arrested.
But in that case, they could say, well, it would appear to us that he had maybe a beer, but that was not a factor in the crash whatsoever.
Maybe. Who knows?
There must be something to it, because
they were fired.
The community wouldn't. pretty big risk. Nobody wants to risk a lawsuit or a long legal battle. We'll find out, though. But it is a bummer, because by all accounts, those were three generally good officers. So you hate to see that.
I'd say that about this is so different from anything that you hear about happening here, that when I heard this happen, it blew my mind. Like, it's so different.
Yeah, I saw the headline and I went, I must be reading that wrong.
Which speaks volumes for our police department, for law enforcement around here.
Absolutely. Alter Bridge, Isolation. You might have heard the opening strains of that song once before, not long ago. But now it's back for the whole thing. 97.9 GRD Rocks.